Hello and welcome back to Street Pigeon MTB. So in this video we're going to be reviewing the Fox Ranger 2.5L waterproof jacket. I've ridden with this jacket for over a year now. So in this video I'm going to share my experiences, hopefully helping you decide whether or not this is the winter riding jacket for you. So, Fox market this jacket as a kind of winter riding jacket. On the website, if you look at it, they talk about it being fully seam sealed, they talk about it being waterproof. Another part of their marketing is that they say it has really good water resistance, but also the breathability that basically allows this to be a really good winter jacket. They currently sell for £90 in the UK. Although now they're entering the second season and you can buy some of last season's models for as low as £55. They come in a wide range of sizing, all the way from small through to XXL. So I've been riding this jacket for over a year now and there's some things that I really like about it. So first of all, the fit. I am 6'2", 6'3", I only weigh 74 kilograms, so I really am a kind of lanky guy, tall and slim. Very, very difficult for me to get clothes that fit properly. I decided to go for the medium to get the chest, the right measurements in this, and I was concerned about the arms. However, the arms are really long enough, they come down, they fit really well, and overall, one of the things I like most about this jacket is just the sizing. It feels really nice. So hopefully you can find a size that suits you. So another thing I would like to mention as a real plus point is just the general feel. It's a really light jacket and it's really light feeling and you don't really notice it on the trails, and that's something I really appreciate in the clothing. Whenever you're about, moving through the trees, turning, you just don't feel it, and I really enjoy that aspect of it. It has really good water and dirt resistance. And when you're out on the trails, going through puddles, getting sprayed, the mud doesn't seem to stick to it, and you definitely don't get soaked through like you would with a non-water resistant jacket. I ride pretty much full time with full face helmet. I use a Fox Pro Frame in fact. What I find in the winter with a really well vented helmet is that the wind and the rain can really sort of penetrate that helmet. It's quite uncomfortable. The Fox Ranger comes with this hood which actually fits right over the helmet, and this has been genuinely like a lifesaver on so many times. So I really kind of like little touches like that. I think are really good. Another plus point is the washability. So I probably haven't been following the guidelines with care for this jacket, but basically what I've been doing is when it gets muddy, stick it in a synthetics wash 40 degrees. Probably the worst thing you can do. However, it stood up really well. I don't feel the water resistance has been affected. What I would say is some of the kind of labelling is starting to wear a bit, but to be honest, after like a full year of riding and washing, I don't really see this as a negative. In fact, I've had clothing before which actually one wash, two washes, all the labellings come off. So actually, I think that's really well made. The final thing that I actually really rate about this jacket is the pricing. When I first bought it last year, they were £70. They've gone up to £90, which I think is getting steep. But like I said in the intro, now that they've started to do a few seasons worth of these with different colours and things like that, you can start to buy last season's jackets for as low as £55, which for the quality of the jacket and the plus points that I've mentioned already, I think is a really good price. So one thing I've noticed is it is not fully waterproof, and indeed on Fox's website they use different terminology. In some cases they use waterproof, in some cases they use water resistant. I would definitely describe this jacket as water resistant. It'll keep most of the water out, it'll keep the mud out, but it's not fully waterproof. What I would say though is when it starts to get damp, because it's such a thin material, it dries really quickly. Another thing to consider when you're buying this, like all of these type of jackets, is they do get really warm on the trails. You know, anything that's going to stop trying to let water in is also going to make it difficult for heat and condensation, sweat to escape also. So what I tend to do, and I would recommend if you're buying this, is I run with a rucksack as well. Tend to take some different layers that I can switch between underneath the jacket, which I find makes it really usable, and I feel you can control your temperature better that way. Something I noticed today, which again is something that they could improve on perhaps in terms of build quality, is I noticed my jacket when I was doing some of the filming this morning has started to have some stitching come out just on the inside of the jacket. Now, I'm not really disappointed with that because of the amount of use I've had out of it, but just to notice it's not completely bulletproof, and that's maybe something worth your consideration. Two very minor things in terms of functionality which I do think could be improved. Firstly, side pockets, although great and you can fit lots in, are very deep. And what tends to happen if you put things in the side pockets, they tend to be sitting down low on your hips. So if you've got a hip strap on, or you've got a rucksack on with a hip strap on it, it tends to press all those pocket items into your waist. I don't know if they could get around this by just situating the pockets slightly higher. That might be a way of approaching it. And finally, again, a minor detail, but something worth considering in terms of functionality. The zips themselves, or the graspers to get the zips, are really, really small. They're not particularly easy to find when you've got gloves on, when it's windy, when it's cold. Indeed, it's different from systems like Evoc, where on their rucksacks and their hip packs, they have a tiny little bit of, you might say, cable, so that you can grab the zip quite quickly. And again, not a big deal, but I have found out on the trails, even just trying to undo the zip is not massively easy. So hopefully that's been a quick review, but an in-depth review, giving you the chance to decide whether you want to buy it. My advice would be, I would recommend this. I do think it's really good. I think at the price point, it's really decent. So yeah, let me know what you think. If you do have the jacket already, please comment below. There may be things that I've not mentioned that you feel people might like to know. But also if you go on to buy the jacket, let me know if you felt my review was fair and I highlighted some legitimate points. So that's enough for me. I'll hopefully see you again soon for some more reviews, but certainly for some more ride vlogs. And we will see you again soon. Bye.